Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Shades, and our brand new video is UCL night. The live is going as we speak here. I'm just watching it over here. We have already have Sevilla along with Chelsea. Chelsea is lined up with Sevilla in the group. There's some amazing draws that are coming up right now. It's Ronaldo versus Messi. It's going to be Champions League galore again when Juventus takes on Barcelona. It's amazing happening. It's not just about Chelsea. It's not that it's about Chelsea's draw. Obviously, it's an amazing draw. We are fixed on the Chelsea's draw as to what's going to happen over there. But we are also going to talk about all the other groups as it is happening over here. I'm just watching it as we speak. Obviously, the great draw is the match between Juventus and Barcelona over two legs. You can understand that we used to watch a lot of La Liga because we wanted to see a lot of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid, obviously Ronaldo, and Barcelona being Messi. And obviously Real Madrid and Ronaldo moved to Juventus 2 years back. So obviously right this moment, we fans from footballing point of view still like to watch that kind of a match. So it'll good to see in the Champions League there will be matches, two matches, one at home ground with Juventus in Torino, one in Camp Nou. It's Juventus versus Barca. But before we talk more into that, we'll just talk about Chelsea. This Chelsea, it's all about Chelsea, and Chelsea has lined up with Sevilla at this moment. We are going to find out who the next two clubs are. We're going to play in the group. There's a group round. There are this is a round of 32. Well, 4 clubs in one group, and there will be 8 groups, so 8 into 4, 32. So there's some interesting lines up happening. Juventus, Barcelona, Porto, and Man City. They got PSG with Manchester United. Zenit and Dortmund. Dortmund's a good side. Zenit used to be a good side, not anymore at that much. But yeah, the Russian champs. And then Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk. Don't see much on that. Liverpool and Ajax. Interesting, very interesting. There's a good number of Liverpool players are from Ajax. VVD being from the Netherlands. That's interesting. And so this is good. Sevilla and Chelsea. That is where we are stuck at this moment. We are talking about it. It is interesting to find out how Sevilla will take on. Will it be a great match? Because Chelsea, I'll talk about Chelsea. We've not talked about Chelsea after the Spurs match. We have a very good side. At the end of the day, everyone recognizes the fact the team, obviously I understand Pulisic and ZH is not fully fit. I don't know when they're going to come back, but I'm pretty sure we have to work on the formation. Obviously a long run. It's easier to say that the players are making mistakes. I believe that Frank, being a legend, he will get a lot of options to play or to be the manager. But obviously there are certain players who are playing. I know Mount is, by the way, congratulations to Mount and Chilwell to make it to the English national squad. That's great news, especially Chilwell. Mount was always expected because he's playing so much for Chelsea. But I think that coming back to the Chelsea point of view, the over dependence of Lampard on Mason Mount is really not helping him, not helping the team. Mount could get injured. Mount is overplayed. It's maybe he was very tiring in Spurs. It's good to play him. He's a very good player. I'm not going against the fact that he's not. He's a very good player, but he needs to play like he's playing everywhere on the pitch, whether it's in the wings, whether in the midfield. He's like the all-stop shop for Chelsea, for Frank Lampard, wherever you need him. There was a news today about Pulisic, that Pulisic says that he is fit. We have to wait and watch tomorrow because our match against Crystal Palace, if what Frank says, if he's fit or not. I'm very surprised that when a player comes out and said, I'm fit, but the manager is saying not. I mean, then maybe there's a lack of communication, or maybe there is a rift between the manager and the player. We should not go more into this because, again, it is very, it could be a lot of contradictory and a lot of criticization online about this. People really don't know the truth. But saying that, I will say that this is not going anywhere, helping Chelsea in the long run. We need to get into a situation where we can get the best out of the team. We are drawing matches. We see Everton and Leicester City. Even Leeds are playing so well, and it's a knee-jerk thing for Chelsea. When you see Spurs and Arsenal doing well, we have been the best team of London over the last 20 years. And seeing some other clubs doing well, whether they are London clubs or whether a club from Leicester or the second club of Liverpool, or what do you mean? And Leeds United doing well, getting back to promotion. Aston Villa, look where they are right now. They signed what do you call, Ross Barkley on a loan, which is again pretty surprising for me. All of a sudden, he is been loaned out. So, by the way, it's Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar. Krasnodar is the club from Russia. Interesting, Krasnodar from Russia. This is becoming kind of interesting for us. Again, coming back to Champions League away from the team, I can tell you that this looks to be a decent lineup. Sevilla obviously is a very good team. They love winning the Europa Cup. At times we have seen that in the Champions League, they go out of the Champions League and playing Europa Cup. But they're a very good side, and I can always tell you that it's not going to be easy playing Sevilla over two legs. It was a lot like Valencia. You remember last season when we played them over two legs, the Spanish club, and they just about made it as champions, and we finished second of the, not champions, group winners, and we were the second. And it went to a situation where we played Bayern in the second round of last season's Champions League, and we all know what happened there. So it's really interesting. We cannot take them lightly, but Sevilla is a very good side. Hope they lose some focus and Chelsea gets some focus, because Frank Lampard needs a lot of focus here. We need to really we have a great side. We have one of the best sides in Europe. We can really make it happen. If you look at this group, Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, don't see a reason why we cannot beat these guys and make it to the next round and win the league. Make it to the next round. Not winning the league. I'm so preoccupied with winning the Premier League thing. I made a video about a month back about that, and I was like so interested. I felt like we were so close to Liverpool. Obviously, things have not really worked out like that. We are nowhere close to Liverpool at this moment. Hopefully, in the coming days, we will be. So, Krasnodar, great news. I'm going to talk more about it. There's some interesting lineups happening right now as we speak. Let me talk about the other groups, how the other groups are lining up. Let's check this out. I saw some interesting news here. Taking a look here, and see the Bayern Atletico. I talked about it. Bayern Atletico Salzburg, the Austrian club, and Juventus Barca, Dynamo Kiev, Ukrainian club, good club, and Shevchenko's old club. By the way, Shevchenko's just celebrated his birthday just a couple of days ago. And then you see Porto, Man City, Olympiacos, the Greek club. So Man City is going to travel all the way from England to Greece. Not for a vacation, but it's going to be a match. Quite interesting. Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta. This is turning out to be a group of death. I think Liverpool obviously is a very strong team. Atalanta is no weak side. It's a very good side. I think Ajax, is a more weaker link here, because Ajax has lost a lot of their good players. De Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Hakim Ziyech, Van der Beek, among many. And so I think, but they have a very good developmental squad. A lot like Chelsea, might be better than Chelsea, so I guess they will do better there. Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, Leipzig. Wow, this is a classy group, man. PSG, Man United, Leipzig. This is going to be tough for Man United if Man United doesn't get their act together. PSG and Leipzig are two really tough teams. PSG made it to the finals of the Champions League. Leipzig is a very good side, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes over there. Now let's hope for the fourth side, whichever it's going to be in our group: Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar from Russia. So one more to go. But while that comes up, I'm going to talk about Chelsea and the current situation. I feel that Frank really needs to get his things going together. I know I'm not here to make people happy and saying good words here, but I know Chelsea is a trophy winning club, okay, we have always been a trophy winning club over the last 20-25 years. We have not Spurs or Arsenal who can go away for years without winning a trophy. We are not Liverpool. Liverpool took 30 years to win the Premier League, the English top division title. We have been winning leagues even when things have not gone for us. Like a couple of years ago under Sarri, we won the Europa Cup. We finished third in the league. That just shows how Chelsea's mentality has always been about winning trophies. Villas-Boas was Chelsea manager. He was sacked. Roberto Di Matteo came in as an interim manager and we won the Champions League. Chelsea fans who have been fans for quite some time knows this and should not disagree with any fact that we are a trophy winning club. Obviously I'm not sure how Roman Abramovich is going to deal with that, because Roman Abramovich might go a little easy on Frank, because Frank being a club legend, he was not easy on Ancelotti. Look at Ancelotti, what's he doing at Everton. But he was not easy with Ancelotti either. But we know how good a player, how good a manager he is, because 10 years down the line, even now 2020, he was sacked in 2010. 10 years down the line, look at what Everton is doing right this moment. And obviously, it's very early days. But saying all that, I can tell you one thing, like, Frank really needs to get his act together at certain things. The formations are not right. Some of the players are not playing. It could be that some things are not right in the dressing room, as has been the case with Mourinho's 2.0, Conte in his second season, Sarri in his first season and only season. But we have been winning trophies. We cannot say that look at Spurs, look at Arsenal. That's not us. So any Chelsea fan out there who says things like that, you should think about it. Chelsea doesn't think that way. We are not a Spurs or Arsenal. We don't win trophies after 30 years and say, yeah, we won a Champions League or we won a Premiership. Although Liverpool has won 2 Champions Leagues in the last 20 years, within the last 20 years, which is great. But I really can't believe that we as Chelsea fans, and those of you Chelsea fans who agree with me will agree, and those who will not will be crazy not to agree with me. We have won trophies. If comes a second year that we don't win a trophy, it will be quite a surprise thing. We cannot deal with that. We cannot expect that we will have a Klopp-like situation. We'll give him 4 years so he can create a team which will create a dynasty. We have been more like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Win a trophy or you're sacked. That's how we deal with managers. Maybe Roman will have a change of heart when it comes to Frankie Lampard. But for me, I can tell you that we really want great things happening at Chelsea and at quick time. We cannot wait to see that things falling apart, because last season was terrible. Though we finished in the top 4, this season with such a good squad, we have spent so much of money in getting such good quality players, Werner, ZH, Havertz, and also very good goalkeeper. It looks like Mendy is going to be a good goalkeeper. We've got Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, and we already have players like Pulisic and Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mason Mount, so many good players in our side. We cannot just wait, say this is one other transitional season. It's not happening. Especially, I'm pretty sure Frank will know more than us about it, but we cannot just let it happen like this. I hope, Frank gets it together against Crystal Palace at the earliest. After that, we have the international break. And so that will be quite something. We'll see who our last team is. Interesting. There's a lot of talk of Arsenal. Arsenal been 4 years and not in the Champions League. A lot of banter that goes around. We don't want banter clubs happening here. So hopefully the 4th team comes up. It's not yet happened as yet. We're waiting for the 4th club as to which will be our 4th club. There's a little bit of noise happening. Everybody's excited. Everybody's excited with the Champions League draw. Everybody wants to know who is that club. But it's a fairly easy draw for Chelsea, if you ask me. It's got Sevilla. You got Krasnodar from Russia. So I don't think it's going to be that tough unless we make it tough for ourselves. I always said, I've been a fan of 23 years with Chelsea. I've always said that if we don't make it tough for us, there's no other club out there who's going to stop us. We have been a really good side. We have some really good signings. It's just we need to play it properly and just let it go. We can be a top club right now. We can be a big club. I mean, this season as well, we look at Bayern Munich and say that Bayern Munich is such a good club. Well, we have all the great ingredients to be as good as them, but as it goes, things are not looking so lovely. But hopefully things look lovely at this moment with this new, with the Champions League coming up in a couple of weeks' time. I'm just waiting for that fourth team that's gonna come in. We already know Sevilla is in the group with Chelsea and Krasnodar. It got amazing. These are amazing groups. PSG, Manchester United, and Leipzig. That's a crazy group. Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta. You feel bad for some of these teams, Some of these teams deserve to play in the next round. If you just go by the names, Leipzig, they did pretty well making to the quarterfinals of the Champions League last season, and really quite something to see them. Manchester United has been lucky with some of their, obviously Man United fans will not agree with me, but some of the decisions go their way. So it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. PSG has always been a good side. Neymar, Mbappe is just a tip of the iceberg. So many great quality players they have. Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta. I'm really thinking Atalanta is a very exciting team. They have been talked about so much. Just waiting for that fourth team to be announced. I really want to see. Going to play to Sevilla, Chelsea, Spanish club. Again, last season we played Valencia. This season we are playing Sevilla. I hope that we get at least 4 points out of them if we finish as group champions, not like group runners up like last time. Last time we were like, we should have finished it, but losing to or dropping points to Valencia did not help us much. But we need to see what happens this time. Yeah, obviously that last time we also had Ajax, so that was interesting. So it's almost done. It's almost done here. We're just looking at the final few moments. I hope the news comes up. We know for sure it's going to be Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar. Krasnodar, I've heard of a Krasnodar quite a bit. They have played before. So it's Sevilla, Krasnodar, and hope the fourth name just comes up. We're still not sure which is the fourth team is. We're waiting. Please wait. The fourth team information is coming up as we speak. It might take some time. I sign off at this moment. I'm going to update that. We already know who the big teams are in the group. So that is what really matters here at this moment. We need to beat Sevilla. That is where the real thing is. We will have to fly all the way from London to somewhere in Russia to get those points. But I think we can do it. But we have to beat Sevilla if we have to top the group. I sign off at that. It's a very good Champions League draw, first round draw for Chelsea. We did not receive any of the big teams like Bayern Munich, or Barcelona, what we thought. So it's a very good draw for us. So I sign off, very happy about that, and there's a lot of excitement. If you hear noise all around me, there is excitement. If you don't hear noise, it's me excited. So anyways, I sign off. Until next time, I see you guys. Bye-bye.